It was the morning of 29th August 2025. I was just announced as the new head boy of the school for the academic year 2025 and 26. And I had to do some ceremonial and ritualistic march, the thing that the army people do. The entire group had been training for a week, and I was the commander. I was the first person, the first man, and the one who was gonna lead the team. Incidentally, it rained on that day, and the entire field was damn wet. Like our shoes sank in the mud, that level of wet. Yet, the ceremony was conducted anyways. And the moment March Past started, I realized something. You see, the clothes were gonna be dirty. Even if I did the March Past, I did not do, or I just tried to do it and failed miserably at the task. In all of the situations, the clothes were gonna be dirty anyways. So why not? I thought to myself, why not? Just do it properly. You're only gonna be doing it once. So it does not matter whether the field is wet, whether your legs are sinking in the mud. Just do it. Just do it. And that was the craziest realization I had at that moment, which literally flipped my psychology upside down because I just realized something much bigger. Here in the game, like nobody asked your permission when you were born. Nobody is going to ask your permission about the time when you will die. So ultimately, neither life nor death is guaranteed. What is guaranteed is the time that you have in between. And since you are playing the game anyways, why not? Let's actually make the game fun, actually make the game enjoyable, and actually get the results in the game. You can definitely deny that, alright, I do not want to play the game of fame, I do not want to play the game of money, I do not want to play the game of academics, or whatever it is. The fact is, you are in the game and there are people who are running in front of you, who are far ahead of you in life, and you are just the one stuck behind. So whether you care about it or not does not matter, because the entire world judges you on the metrics of these games. So let me tell you something. If you are playing the game anyways, let's just fucking win. By the way, a quick plug, if you really want to improve your focus and remove the distractions of the modern day from your life, you can go and check out the link in the description, which will take you to my focus course, which is currently at a 50% discount, so grab your spot now. Well, now you are at least familiar with the mindset that you are inside the game, but how do you actually get the results? And even before that, how do you think to yourself that, alright, I want to play the game? So initially, what you have to understand is this. You do not control each and every variable of your life, which means it should be liberating for you. It gives you freedom. This statement alone should give you freedom, because since you cannot control everything, every outcome, every possibility, you have a free will. Now that is a philosophical debate in its own right, and that cannot be touched in this video because it is far too long a debate. But point being, since you are acting on your own, you can just do anything right now. Now let me tell you it with a gaming analogy and you will understand and relate to it far better. If you have ever played Clash of Clans, you know there are leagues. For example, there is bronze, there is silver, there is gold, crystal, legend, master, champion, titan, whatever else is there. Now, a normal player, when he starts at bronze. He progressively levels up and he tries to go on the higher leagues. The reason being, the higher leagues provide more loot, more upgrades, more gold, more elixir, more dark elixir, so that he can upgrade his base, he can become an active player, and he can actually play the game and enjoy the game. The game rewards him for working hard, the game rewards him for consistency, the game rewards him for achieving a high potential and high success level in the form of leagues by the loots that the game is giving in the higher leagues. Similarly, in life, there are certain areas, for example, let's say academics, where people will judge you on the basis of the performance of those activities in which you are involved in. Now, there are definitely the people in the game who do not want to go to the higher leagues because they just want to stay at the lower leagues and have an easy time attacking. Similarly, in the real life, there are people who do not want to focus on a particular path. For example, not 100% of the population is focused on academics. Some are focused in different skills, for example, singing, dancing, guitar, or whatever it is, which is not a bad thing at all. If you are an academic nerd, then your main target is like focus on exams, focus on the retention techniques of different people, whatever they use, for example, like active recall or spaced repetition or whatever that is, or problem solving, or for example revising the notes. And on the flip side, if you are playing instruments, then your primary focus is how can I get better with the instrument, how can I learn to play my chords better, how can I learn to switch my chords better. If you are playing guitar, for example, how can I learn tabs, how can I play more perfectly, how can I play the songs that I want to play. The common factor between both the academic guy and the instrument guy is that both need to work hard towards achieving a certain goal, but their playing field is totally different. If you look at it from a bird's eye point of view, a bird's eye point of view being like if you cut up in everyone's roof, then what you will see? You will see that society generally focuses on the success of people. It's not particularly defined as academic success, financial success, famous, or any metric like that. It is dependent on the only word, which is success. The guy at the Olympics who won the second place, he is more famous than the guy who won first place because he had a crazy pose like this and he just took the internet by storm. Similarly, there are people who are more successful in areas more than you think because they are having and they are measuring their success in a different metric compared to what you measure in. So here are two different guys. One is very much focused on academics and one is very much focused on extracurricular. Both of them are measuring their success in their own ways. But let's come a step backwards. The entire society is measuring both of them at the same time in their own metrics. And that is the game that I am talking about. There are individual games, and I am not denying that. There are individual struggles in each and everybody's life, there are individual outcomes, there are individual opportunities in each and everyone's damn life, which is totally fine. What I am talking about is the exterior game, the larger game which people miss. See, if you are trying to pretend you do not want society's recognition, you do not want people to recognize you, you do not want people to appreciate you, you are clearly lying because the internal human psychology is basically based on the fact that previously our ancestors they relied on something I call the friend-foe strategy. The friend-foe strategy is very simple. The friend being someone who is in your group, someone you go to hunt with, someone who is in your tribe, and the foe being someone who is an outsider, who you do not know, who is from some other tribe, some other village, or some other area. So their model was based on if my friend acknowledges me, then I also acknowledge him. That means both of us are in a tribe, both of us are in a group, we can trust each other. Whereas if there is a foe, the caveman will not trust the foe because the foe is not actively appreciating the other guy. And our technologies have evolved, but our biology has remained same for over thousands of years. And it is a true fact that you do want people to acknowledge you, you do want people to recognize you because that is just how humans are meant to be. And by now, I have established two things. Number one, there is a game which is being played actively. Number two, even if you do not want to play that game, you are forced in it anyways. So what can you do? You can only do one thing, and there is no other solution, which is, and drum roll, getting better. That's it. See, whether you think money is good or money is evil, it does not matter because you need money to survive. Whether you think getting an A grade is equals to B grade equals to C grade equals to D grade because they don't matter because they are a piece of paper, you will not get entrance into that university that you want to go. If you think singing in A scale is the same as singing in C scale, you are never gonna become the singer. So if you are someone who actually knows what he wants to do in life, or if you are someone who is actively working in something, then you must know that the only way to get recognized, the only way to become successful and to win the game is by getting better at it. If you are someone who really thinks he is the best in the world, first of all, fuck off. Second of all, you are stupid and arrogant, so fuck off anyways. And third of all, get humble. And if you are someone who believes that this thing you are pursuing is not of any interest to you, then I would just say one thing. Quit it and focus on something that actually matters to you. Now don't go and do drugs because that does not matter to you, and even if you think it matters, it does not matter. So you have got to choose something. Let's say it is academics for you. So you have got to put the time and the effort into the academics. Am I being serious? Is my goal really academics? Is my percentage above 80%? Am I actually studying? Have I actually done something in the last 6 months related to academics? You have got to scrutinize yourself, because otherwise you will never improve. If you think you are the best in the world, you are never gonna improve, and that's that. If you think you are not the best in the world, if you think you have flaws, that is the only way you are going to improve. If you are sitting in the throne thinking that there are no flaws with you, then you, my sir, are in for a ride, because the life is gonna kick you so hard in the ass. And if you are someone who actually has a learning mindset, you actually have a humble attitude, and you actually think that, alright, maybe I am not the best in the world, maybe there are people above me, there are people in the hierarchy way above me, because they are worth more, and if they died people would actually care, and whereas if I died people wouldn't really give a shit, then you are someone who is going to improve in life. And that is where working to the fullest potential comes in. Remember the first analogy I gave in the video of the story that told me the clothes are gonna get dirty anyways? That is the thing that you have to understand. And it all comes back full circle, because since you are playing the game anyways, you have got to give your 100% to the game. There was this very nice quote I heard in which the guy says to the audience, please raise your hand. So the audience raises his hand like this, and then the guy repeats, hey, let's try to raise it a little higher. And the audience does raise the hand a little higher, and then the guy is like, well, he's holding the mic and I am doing the impression, even though I have the mic right here. So he's like, well, I want to ask you, why did not you do it the first time? Like, why didn't you raise the hand first time? And everybody is just like shocked, because he actually said something very useful. People don't realize it because they think trying 75%, trying 80% is enough, which is clearly not, because that last 20% unlocks a way new level of existence. Let's say in academics, the moment you stop putting in 2 hours of study and do your first 3 or 4 or 5 hours of study session, you're gonna feel incredible, because you will be amazed at how much you can work, how much you have produced, and how much you have learned better. You are playing the game. The only way to win the game is by getting better. The only way to get better is by working the absolute hardest as possible. And that is something that I can make an entire video talking about, and if you do want it, then you can comment down below. And as I said in the beginning of the video, which is one about killing all the modern day distractions, for example Instagram reels, YouTube shorts, and whatever else nonsense is there on the internet which is trying to distract you, you will be able to kill all that stuff with the course. Number 2, you will actually learn how to focus, how to make leverage, and how to actually get so much done that you make your past self seem like a minion in front of the giant you will become. So if you do want it, you can go and click the link in the description. You can check it out. The price is only half before I launch it, so you can book your spot now. And with that, as always, start if you haven't already.